Okay, guys, welcome back to
Hannah's podcast.
Hannah's newsroom.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay, we told you that we would give you an update for the breaking news happening in the Colorado Springs area. And this article was released October 17th.
I was just thinking we should have talked about the Bigfoot too.
Yes.
Go ahead. That's Colorado Springs. So.
Yes. Puff Puff sent me an article.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
So for those of
I was just
you
surprised.
that haven't watched it, we
Go
did
check out our first episode.
a first episode where we talk about the funeral home.
Yep.
So
I wanna-
if you haven't seen that, don't watch this.
Yeah.
'Cause you're gonna
I want to say Green Acres
Green Acres is
the
the
place
place
for
to be.
Oh, I thought it was for me. Anyway, but whenever, but when I think of, because it's a green process,
Yes.
every time I always think of Green Acres.
What is that from?
Oh,
no
old.
idea. Is it
Old
old
TV
movie?
show.
Oh, TV show. Okay. Anyway, so this was Return to Nature Funeral Home. They're continuing to move through and process the scene, and at this point, at least it says at least.
So they're probably still working
God.
through more.
correct. So the last time we were talking to you guys, it was 117.
I don't know why I'm just like flashing. Yeah, that's a good thigh.
Hey.
Sorry.
It was confirmed in an article. It was 115 body count
At the time.
at
And
the time.
that was like 2
Couple-
days or the same day.
It was the same day they
Yeah.
discovered it, and
Yeah.
they were like round about 115. Now it's up to 189.
Woo!
Gee.
Whoa.
But that says literally the headline, and this is from NBCNews.com. The headline says at least 189. At least
289.
no 189
189 what?
Body parts?
confirmed decomposing bodies.
At least.
At least that's a key word.
Yeah, because there could be more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That leaves
Yeah.
them open to
Yes.
having more
Yes.
found.
So it says investigators will begin identifying bodies that had been improperly stored at the Return to Nature Funeral Home, state authorities said. So then it goes down. So then they put in there nearly 200 bodies were removed last week from a Colorado building owned by a funeral home that had advertised green burials, a much higher number of human remains than investigators had expected to find. Wow. So the reason they went there, just to refresh everybody, is because of a smell that was coming from the building.
Putrid.
They
Putrid
yeah,
smell.
I know it says that. It says that. I just don't want to say it. At that time, they could not confirm the number, and then this says
They
on.
still can't.
No.
Well, this
it's
was
still counting.
October 17th when it was posted. It said on Friday. So that had even been several days. On Friday, at least 189 bodies were removed. And the bodies were taken to El Paso County Coroner's Office.
How do they have room for all those?
Right.
Yeah.
It says the
Wow.
total number of... How does that work? Oh, I guess just as they continue to process the scene. It says the total number could change as the identification and investigative processes continue.
Well, so because are they just assuming that? Because if who knows how long they've been decomposing,
Mm.
so as they they're probably not pulling full
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
bodies
You're
out.
I mean,
Yeah.
depending, yeah. They searched the property the next day after it was reported, and then they determined human remains were being improperly stored. The first release of this was October 6th that they released this information.
So it's been a couple weeks.
Yep.
And they're.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being on that scene? Like,
Oh.
that is
Also being there a few weeks and still finding bodies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oy. Okay.
Yeah. So it says it wants to reiterate that green burials are legal under Colorado law. Remains that are not buried within 24 hours, however, must be properly refrigerated.
Which is probably what they weren't doing.
Yeah.
Maybe in the winter. If it gets cold enough.
No. I feel like they have to be frozen.
They
Yeah,
have,
kind of
they have to be
frozen.
Or like right on the cusp.
Yeah.
If you're going to embalm them, that's removing and then replacing with chemicals. I guess. Your face. So I'm
wow.
that's 189 families.
Yeah, that entrusted them with their loved ones,
Yeah.
and now.
Yeah, I'm surprised that this article doesn't say anything about the owners.
Yeah.
Of the
Still, what
establishment.
is going on?
Still.
They're probably trying to decide what the F they're gonna
Charge them
do.
with.
If they're gonna charge
Or
them, if
if
it
it
was
was-
criminal intent.
Yeah, malicious intent or
Yeah.
criminal intent or whatever.
It sounds like freaking stealing money. Hold
just
on,
not.
because now if it's $2,000 per burial,
Whoa.
that's $378,000.
That they.
Thank
I
you so
mean,
much. And I saw in a different article it said that they owed like $100,000 to a different landlord. Like, do
That's wild.
better.
Yeah, just
Oy.
be better.
Do better.
My goodness. So that's still in the works. Like
Yeah.
Yes.
that's
Keep going on
there's
that.
who knows what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah.
But there was something else that we were gonna cover too.
Yes.
And this is a happy story, so this is good to
Yeah.
kind of end
Yes.
this segment. This
Spooky season.
yeah,
The-
yes, with something happy
Yes. So we talked about this.
a while ago.
It was a minute. Okay, so this article was posted September 11th. So it's been a minute,
Yeah.
but we've just been busy. Bringing you the news.
From Hannah's newsroom.
Yes. Yes.
But we wanted to give you an update because
Nothing
that
but the
dog.
facts.
I know. So Maya.
Maya.
Is it Maya?
I don't know.
Okay.
What?
How you spell it?
MAIA. Maya.
Yeah.
Mia.
Meal.
The dog who escaped the world's busiest airport was found hiding 24 days later.
Oh, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Baby.
Okay. So, after 24 days of hiding in an international airport,
What was the airport again?
Atlanta.
Okay.
Last month was found over the weekend at the busy airport.
Gotcha.
The dog
Do it.
the dog who escaped onto the airfield. Can you imagine? You're just you're just pushing like
No, but
luggage.
they didn't see the dog though.
in crates. Well, nobody did, but that dog was like, I'm free,
Yeah.
and just took
Just
off. Like,
bolted.
I didn't see anywhere
probably
where it said
terrified.
what happened, but the dog was recovered, and officials said the airport's operations team found the missing dog hiding near the North Cargo facilities.
24 days later.
20. Look at that sweet baby. So the airline provided a photo of Maya inside a pet crate showing the small black and white dog with brown eyes in seemingly good condition,
Oh, thanks for explaining it because we don't know what it looks
Yeah.
like. so.
peering out of it with a collar on.
Aww.
Oh.
She's so
'Kay.
cute.
This is according to ustoday.com. Tired but in apparent good health, she was transported to a vet and is expected to return home soon, the Post read.
So what? How did the dog survive?
Yeah.
Like water.
It was probably
eating
just
rats.
Eating crap.
eating
birds.
crab. Yeah. Probably got into the trash, but
Yeah.
then it would go hide. It found a spot to hide. So the dog disappeared August 18th and then was found September 9th.
Whoa.
So it's been hot too.
Yeah.
in
Really
Atlanta.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Humid, right?
Yeah. So her dog disappeared. She was en route from the Dominican Republic to California via Atlanta, but was turned away at customs, yada, yada. So apparently U.S. Today couldn't reach her immediately, but then was able to get a hold of her. She was in agony. She's been living a nightmare knowing that her baby is out there somewhere scared or might be injured every minute. Feels like a day. Okay.
That leads us into.
Speaking of that, okay.
Hannah knows personally how that feels.
So
Aw.
recently, So I'm very excited, and I saw a video of
Them
this
reuniting.
lady bringing the dog, and she grabbed the dog, and she got a
Oh.
picture with the dog, and so everything is fine and well there. But recently, my own beloved child,
Who's a demon for doing what she did to you.
she did. Her collar broke, and she was like,
Peace.
I'm out.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
live
she
my
did.
best life, Mom.
I'm
Don't miss me.
going. What just happened?
What was that?
I wonder if that recorded. We'll find out. Anyway, so she was like, deuces.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Bitch.
Do that
Black.
Do it again.
Deuces.
Just-
It's not that.
It just did it.
What
It
just
did.
happened?
I don't know. It's creepy as fuck.
Boo.
Okay. So she deuced. Nope. Okay. And took off into the darkness.
Yeah.
Could not find her. Drove around and around and around my apartment complex. Drove around the outside of it. Nothing. Whistling. I'm whistling. Also, it's windy as fuck. So I'm like, she probably can't even hear me.
Yeah.
She's just like running, seeing bunnies, chasing bunnies,
Having her best life.
hair in the, you know.
Yeah.
So it's all fine and dandy now because I do have her back. I did get her back for me to act like say those things. But
Yeah.
in the moment,
Oh yeah, sobbing.
all I could think about was her being hit by a car and dying in a ditch.
Yeah.
I know. With like literally that's all I could think about.
Yeah.
And I had to go to work. Like you just
Yeah.
can't.
You can't not.
She's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Like it's pitch black and she's gone. And I live by a very
Major
busy road.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm just going to have to go to work and I just can't do anything about it. So I got to work and posted on Ring a picture of her, and they do like a close radius of where you're at. So it was like maybe somebody in the neighborhood, which I even drove through a part of the neighborhood just hoping that maybe I would see her, and posted on that, went inside to work, and I was like, I'm fine. I can get through this day. I can get through this day. And she's literally my password at work. And I just started crying. Literally.
Yeah.
Just started crying. And my coworker was like, are you okay? Because I just sat there like this. And he was like, are you calling like Saturn from here? Like what's happening? I don't know what's happening. And I was like, you may die. You're gone. You know, just like
Yeah. Mess.
Yeah.
literally. And he
Yeah.
was like, did you post on Facebook? Like he was trying to help me. And I was like, well, I'm about to now. So I whip it out, go on Facebook, and I found a certain post that led me to Paw Boost, which I've never heard of.
Yeah.
But it is a service, so you do have to pay. But you can pay, and it literally blasts it out to everybody. Rescues, animal shelters, posts on
That's cool.
Facebook. Every form, they'll do it for you for a week for a certain amount, or you can do it for a month, etc. But then it posts out, it does a little like missing poster, has all the information, all that kind of stuff. And posted it, and I was just like, okay, get it together. Like, you're at work, you're just going to have to do this. And it was maybe an hour later, I just randomly checked my Facebook, which I didn't realize that it was on Facebook, but I knew it was on Facebook anyway. And I had this message from somebody, and I go into it, and she had a picture of Missy with a random person. And I was like, holy shit, that's Missy. Like, literally, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that's her. Yay, you know? And I was like, where are you? And
This
she's like,
hoe
I'm in
bag.
Denver. And I was like, how the fuck did my dog get from Colorado Springs
To Denver.
to Denver? So this hoe, she's on the side of the road.
Yeah, she is.
Like,
I mean, she's showing her hips.
Big summer
She-
blowout.
yeah, she's showing
Pick
her
me up.
ears. She's like, oh.
she's a sweetheart.
She's
the best. And literally, the lady who brought her to me, thank you so much, Katie, shout out, and Tyler and everybody at this shop. These guys were headed back. They did an overnight something. I don't know. I didn't ask them very many details. But they were coming back from Colorado Springs to their workplace in Denver and saw her and literally was like, she's a golden doodle. This is somebody's pet.
Yeah.
You know? She's just like, I wanted to be like,
Live
what
her
time did you
best
pick her
Or
up?
where
Because
at?
it was literally on
On Powers.
Powers.
Really?
She was on Powers.
She made it.
Was she in the
I didn't ask. But she must have been on
The
She could have
side.
been in the middle. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
She was literally, yes. So bless them. They picked her up, took her to work.
Living her best life.
You should have seen these pictures of this hoe bag. This lady was so nice. She was sending me pictures and updates, and they loved her, and she
Aw.
loved them. Literally, they gave her food, water, a bed. I was like, she's literally.
She's like, I don't need to go home.
I don't need to go home.
I'll stay with you guys.
Yeah.
But
She could be the shop
literally,
pet.
Yeah.
for those few hours, I think it was 4 hours from when she went missing to when I found out that she was okay. I literally was like, I'm never going to see her again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And who knows? Somebody could have picked her up and abused
Taken
the shit
her.
out of her. They could have hit her. Like all these things. And it's
Yeah.
just the worst freaking thing. And this lady wasn't even from here. And her dog got lost here.
Yeah.
That's
And
sad
missing
and
for
scary.
24 days.
24 days.
24 days.
At that point,
You think
I
You
would
think-
never
You don't
think
even
that they would get
Yeah.
it back.
yeah.
Ooh.
Well,
at
so
least it's
two
happy.
good,
Two happy
two happy stories
after an unfortunate story.
unfortunate story.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I remember Hannah texted us, and
Ugh.
I was like, we were like, wait, but you have her, right?
Yeah.
Like, and she's like, no, I don't.
don't.
And we were like, what?
I know.
Yeah. And then Leela kept saying, but like, you have her, right? Like,
you did.
because she wouldn't answer because she was at work,
Yeah.
and I was just like, what is happening? Like,
yeah.
So now she's like a shackled
Yeah, she is.
child. So she has her collar with our numbers and then her second collar. So if she breaks with the first one, because I was thinking about it too, what if they drove by 30 minutes after and I was still home? You know, if she had had her collar with a number, they would have called me.
uh-huh.
And it
Yeah.
would have been that whole day
Uh-huh.
of
And when that
Worry.
happened, I thought about our two dogs,
Mhm.
Bella and Maverick, and they don't wear collars.
Ours don't either.
It didn't. No.
And as soon as you were telling me that, I was like, but they're in harnesses. And I was actually talking to James about it, and he was like, they wouldn't do, like, what Maverick definitely wouldn't. I
No.
mean,
He's
Yeah.
he is
like, hi, Mom.
Hi.
but,
Well, that's what
but
you
Bella, you know,
Because back when we lived in Kansas, Apollo, I had him in the front because we would open our door, and if there was nobody on the street, like, he would hang out there with nothing on. He saw a rabbit one time,
Oh,
and
and
I
took
couldn't
off.
get him to stop.
Mhm.
But he's a Velcro dog. But in that moment, his
Yeah.
instinct hits. And then all of a
Well-
sudden, they're like, wait, where am I?
and
Where's
you have to
Mom?"
think too, if they do take off,
Mhm.
they could get hit.
Yes.
And so then I was thinking too, they have that, it's like the fee collar, collar, whatever, and it tracks.
I seen
Right.
that.
Yeah, it tracks where
You
they
can-
actually are, and you
you-
can put like a boundary. So if they pass that boundary, it notifies you and all that stuff. So I was thinking about that. I was like, well, shoot, we just need to get that, slap those
Right.
bad boys on it, and then you can track them.
Right.
Yeah.
Same
you
with like an
know.
air tag. You
Yeah.
put an
Oh,
air
yeah.
tag.
Yeah,
Yes.
did you
I
get an
know.
air tag?
No, I thought about it,
Yeah.
but the number for me, I feel like, is like a solid because you always check, especially if you see a dog without a collar. You're like,
But the problem is you don't know if someone's going to actually call you,
That's
I know,
so true.
I
because
know.
like if
That's what I
I'm
thought.
shocked.
yeah, I'm
Nugget too.
Oh, yeah.
Nugget,
Cute,
someone would steal
adorable.
her.
Yeah.
If somebody's not an honest person,
They're gonna
like
take her.
I literally told that every time she messaged me, I told her thank you like 1,000 times. Like I can't even express to you how thankful I am
yeah.
that they called. And that she told me that they got back to the shop because they were working with the dog, and they were like, we're getting off work, we're going to take it to a vet and see if it has a chip. And she was like, no. Once again, this is a golden doodle. Somebody's looking for this dog.
Yeah.
So that's how she found me, is she went on and she saw that post from Paws
But she
Boost.
has a chip, right? So if they had taken her,
Correct.
It would.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
because I
would've-
know they do too. But it's like, it's not,
Not
like our
everybody.
is.
Yeah.
She found the right people because not
Yes.
everybody's like that.
No, I
And-
literally, I can't I still can't believe that she's back
Yeah.
because I 100% thought I would never see her again.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
And we were happy, and then we started getting
But
sad
she's
again.
back.
But she's back. Oh, yeah.
Back to happy.
Happy. Okay, so we'll end it there so that
Yeah.
we don't get sad anymore.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us on
Yes.
our
Update special.
special
Yes.
in Hannah's newsroom.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you. We're just here for the chat.
We're just listening
Yeah.
like you guys are.
Yeah.
We haven't heard this at all.
Great.
All right, thank you guys. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.